So I'll just start recording right now. So does it say recording for you guys? Okay, cool. So I just invited Kevin, so I'll just wait for him to. This recording is okay, and it's not like bad, and it doesn't sound everything. But hi, Kevin. Welcome. Thank you so much for participating in whatever this is and just kind of figuring it out with us and going along with us. I really appreciate how flexible you've been. So yeah, I guess we'll kind of get started. The first question I kind of want to ask you, Kevin, is in 3 words, how are you feeling right now?
Right now, I'm feeling excited, worried, and just happy.
The way that I'm feeling right now, summarized in 3 words, would probably be stressed, excited, and a little tired.
A little stressed, chill.
Nervous, excited, and hungry.
Yeah. Are you nervous about the protest later or excited about the protest later?
Yes, I'm excited about the protest.
I hereby declare this to be an unlawful assembly. Go northbound.
You got the baton now, we out here trying to march, bro. Cause they killing people, bro.
What's like the opposite of hopeful? Scared a little bit just for like future of me and future of everything.
Toasty, excited, and probably happy. My favorite song is The Good Life by Sammy Ray and the Friends.
Carry Me, I think it's called Carry Me Out or Carry Me Home by Mitski.
Garden Song by Phoebe Bridgers. But yeah, I feel like that might be a popular answer.
I don't know if this is my favorite song right now, but it's always one that reminds me of like home and relaxes me. It's Lovin' in My Baby's Eyes by Taj Mahal.
Oh my gosh, Levitating by Dua Lipa and DaBaby. That song, it makes you feel so good. I don't know what it does. It releases endorphins though.
Okay. So I have 2 role models. I have so the one that really like got me to like even like pursue like any art form was Donald Glover. He's like the person that like I like looked at and I said, I think this is who I want to work with one day. He said something like, he said, a lot of people say they can't do things, but they never try to do it. And he said, you should just do it if you're interested in it. And that like kind of just sparked something in me that just made me want to do something instead of saying, I can't do it or I won't do it.
My voice teacher would be my role model, just because she is a very kind person and very like open and caring.
My role model was Zendaya. I remember seeing her on TV because like growing up, I didn't really see many people of color on TV. And then I saw her and she was the main character and she was in this show that I loved. Like I loved Shake It Up. So I grew up watching everything, like every episode of Shake It Up. I listened to her music. I love the song Replay.
I don't know, my parents, my dad, they're just working super, super hard right now. And it's difficult times for everybody, but things are starting to look up. And yeah, my parents are just a big inspiration for me trying, they're very positive and hardworking people. And yeah, they're awesome.
I might have to go with my mom on this, just because during COVID, she was very much so my rock. And she's just been very helpful for me in this past year. And I couldn't thank her enough for that.
I think personally, my mom, just because she is like the smartest person I know. She's like just like a really hardworking person. I just feel like I feel really lucky that I have a good relationship. I feel like a lot of people around this time have like a really rocky relationship with their parents. And I just feel really lucky that I can look up to like strong people in my life that have made a difference in like their own way, even if it's a small fraction of like the whole puzzle. That's kind of what I want to do. Like, even if it's like making a really small difference, I want to do whatever I can.
I think I would have made some differences in terms of like who I spent my time with and just kind of the peers in my life that influenced me and influenced my decisions. I think there would have been some adjustments I made. I'm definitely very grateful for every person that has come into my life because they have led me to be the person I am today and knowing kind of like right versus wrong. But I do wish like this place I'm in now could have came like years and years ago.
I think I created these ideas of people that I really like stuck to, and it blocked me off from a lot of people that I think I could have been really good friends with. And it's sad to think of it now because we are leaving. Like in general, I wouldn't change anything because, you know, I do have amazing friends and I am happy as a person. But I think that I could have made better connections with a lot of people if I was more open to it.
I think I would just try theater earlier. I definitely feel like, man, everyone's been doing this since like they were in middle school, 6th grade, and I first started like I did my first school play in my sophomore year of high school. So it feels like I missed out on a lot.
Come out sooner. I came out May of my freshman year of high school, but I knew much earlier, and I think that it would have, and my parents also knew, they just like didn't say anything, and so I think it would have done a lot like for my self identity and development as a young person, to like have more of a sense of community, like for people to know. I grew up in Orlando, and right like the summer after I figured out that I'm fruity, that's when the pulse shooting happened, was right after that. And so like not like being closeted at the time was very sad. And I think if I'd come out earlier, I would have been able to help things, and like there would have been like more of a sense of community instead of being like, wow, people just got killed because they're gay and I'm gay and 12 and I don't know what I'm doing. So yeah.
I don't know. I just feel like I feel like when you're a kid, you have so many like paths, and now it's like you're supposed to choose. And I just wish I'd done more things so I felt really sure in the path I was going to.
I'm not mad about where I'm at, but I know I could have been a lot further if I did put in the work. So
Definitely be more confident. Like just be more confident in your skills and everything that you can do.
I would tell her to be brave and to just not hold back on anything.
I wish I'd spent more time with my friends when I could, safely, and like just made better relationships with like my peers, because I feel like I was kind of like really quiet for most of high school.
I would just be like, go to a thrift store, please. Just walk in one. Or like anywhere but Old Navy, please.
I always wanted to be older than I was, so I always hung out with kids older than myself, and they all went away, and then I didn't make any effort really to get closer to kids in our grade. So I would say make more of an effort to get closer to kids in your grade earlier, so that by the time everyone else is gone and quarantine hit, it's not too late.
On stage, accepting an Oscar.
Starting my master's degree in speech, language, and hearing sciences.
in 5 years from now, I hope that I'll be cast in something, hopefully even small parts. I hope like at that point I'm getting into my acting career and going to more auditions. Hopefully I'll have like be part of a talent agency.
I would love to have a job in the next 5 years. I'd love to be living on my own, maybe buy my first apartment, go apartment shopping. I've been fantasizing about that like for years now, of what IKEA furniture I'm gonna put in it.
To get like a good paying job, you have to like get a go to graduate school. Like it's so crazy. And even going from like my sister's 26 and I'm obviously 18. And so she went to college and she like got a pretty good job and she might go back. But like now I feel like I have to go to like graduate schools to get like a job that I can live off of.
Hopefully I'll be at the beginnings of a successful acting career. I mean, that's big goals. It takes a long time for people to break into the industry, and hopefully I will at least be getting auditions, which is my ultimate goal, really. Yeah.
I think things will at least get better from where they are now. But I think for like the span of like the next 30 years, it's the planet is disintegrating into like horrid climate change, late stage capitalism nonsense. And at this point, there's not a whole lot that we can do. So I don't feel super optimistic about 30 years from now, but the next 10 years, sure, they'll be pretty good.
I used to be so worried about where I'd be and like I'd question everything, but now I finally kind of have an idea of where my path is, and I've been having a more positive mindset. I've been more spiritual, and I feel like that's been making me feel more positive about what's to come. And I genuinely think that I have a chance at being successful. Like I know I can do it.
I feel like you can't be completely pessimistic and like think that nothing is going to change, because then it won't. Like if nobody's pushing for it, then nothing's going to happen. But at the same time, like if you're saying like, oh yes it is, and like 100% I know it will, I feel like that's kind of like naive. And like what's your evidence? Like I don't know. I want to be optimistic, but I don't think it's like even right to be like 100% sure.
I don't have like an exact vision of what my future is going to be. Like I know what I want to do with my life, but I don't know how it looks. So I'm really like optimistic about all of these different forms that it could take, and just kind of going with the flow too. So I'm very excited and optimistic about that.
It's been difficult for me to really be positive about the future, but now, I'm vaccinated and most of my friends are vaccinated and everyone's getting accepted to colleges, and it's exciting, definitely, I think.
It just feels like a lot of things are falling into place right now. I'm getting a lot of auditions. I had a really big audition recently. I didn't get it, but it just made me feel good because they wanted to see more of me. So I've just been feeling really confident about my place and my direction in life right now.
I think there's going to be like something really crazy happening with something happens in Russia that's like super whack and crazy. Like I feel like Putin's going to do something absolutely nuts.
Give it till like 2023, and I think it's going to turn into the Roaring 20s. I think there are going to be festivals left and right. Everyone's going to want to go. Everyone's going to want to party, live their best life like there's no tomorrow, just because everyone's going to be in the back of their head like, okay, a global pandemic could start in a couple of weeks from now. Like, am I going to say that I lived my life before it happened?
I think that like the climate is just going to get a lot worse, a lot faster than like even than we might think right now, because like nothing's happening and like we just continue to do nothing.
The thing is, I want to make a prediction about how the world will be, but I have no clue. I couldn't even predict coronavirus coming. So I couldn't even predict what else is to come, to be honest. Like I always think about the future, but I have no clue what is to come. And I mean, I could hope that there is change within the Black community. I could hope that there is change within like the police. Hopefully by that point, the police are abolished or something is done about them. But who knows? It could get worse for all we know.
There's going to be a lot more heartbreak and tragedy, but I feel like that's going to open a lot more people's eyes to what needs to change in the world.
Imminent global warming effects on us, paired with the violence we inflict on ourselves, it's scary. However, I do think our generation is going to create real change, and sometimes that violence is necessary. So
capitalism. And because I legitimately think that it is the cause of most problems.
Honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna go with saying I would change, like I would have like world peace and these wars, because personally I don't support the military. I feel like it's so bad what they're doing. They spend so much money on the military just to go to other countries to kill so many people for oil. I will push my car if that's the issue. Like, it is not worth people's lives. So, and then that's all you guys spend. That's my tax money is going to that to kill more people over some gas to make my car go, or whatever oil's also used for. Like, it's not worth it. And I feel like that is something that I would change. And not even just like within America, like everyone is just fighting. Like, and most of these fights are so stupid. It's just men with toxic masculinity who just don't know what they're doing. Like, how are these people in charge of countries when all they do is fight over what? Like, I don't even know what half of these fights are for. Like, what is this war for? Like, what are we fighting for? Literally, what are we fighting for? What do we need? It's so crazy to me and stupid, honestly.
I kind of wish like the Industrial Revolution had like never happened or something, like something big. Like we needed like a really, really big shift. Cause like I honestly wish I could go back in time, or not I, like someone smarter than me could go back in time and just like be a leader in that period, and like start off with like these like sustainable like resources, and start off with paying people well, and start off with that, because like at this point there's so many problems that it's like you just, it all comes back to like one moment, and maybe that's not the right moment, but that seems like that would be a good starting place.
I think the whole thing of like love trumps hate is definitely a place to start, is that if we start loving people and treating people with respect and dignity, then that can go a long way.
Get all the billionaires in the world to give away at least 60% of their profit to the rest of the population, because I don't think in any universe it's right for somebody to be that rich while others are starving and homeless and freezing and can't provide for their children and have no education and so on and so forth. Like, it's the wealth disparity in this world it's insane.
I would give everyone like a dream, right? Like they'd go to sleep at night and they'd have like a dream, and like, and in that dream they'd experience the life of someone that they're not, like someone opposite to them. And I feel like that would probably give them some more perspective on things.
That is such an amazing answer. Oh my God.